Okay.
Your mission to change Madarame's heart has begun. You must steal his treasure by the deadline. Mission start! Occasionally, you will encounter palace obstacles that are impassable and require interacting with the target in the real world. You will need to leave the palace to find the obstruction, enter palaces quickly to find obstacles, and triumph over challenges before the deadline. Yeah, sometimes when you're investigating a palace, you will need to go back to the real world so that you can do something to trigger something in the palace. Unfortunately, this mechanic isn't used very often. As far as I can think, there's one other dungeon after this that uses it, which is really a shame. It's a cool mechanic, but they don't really do that much with it. Are there any requests that we haven't checked yet? No. Okay. According to my schedule, we are not going in today.
Huh?
Yes, unfortunately. But we are going in tomorrow, according to the schedule, so don't worry, there'll be plenty of us fighting and killing things soon enough. I know that's what you're all here for. Let's see, today we are spending time with Dr. Takemi. What's up, Doc? I want to do a clinical trial. Let's see. Oh, that was an eerie laugh. Definitely not threatening at all. Let's
Well
do
then.
this.
Oh.
Oh, good. Looks like we're off the hook today.
And?
Oh yeah, bronchitis is bad. I've had that before. Wait. Wasn't that the hospital you went to, Doctor? Or worked at? Yeah, that definitely sounds like the right place.
Hey.
Dr. Takemi will help. What could she be afflicted with?
Hello?
What, Oh, okay. Whoa, hold on. Yes, ma'am. Oh, that's good, at least. Wait, how much? Wait, you weren't expecting him to? Oyamada. Oh, that's right. Wait, what? Free? Wow! You seem happy. Ah, sticking it to the man, eh? I approve.
By the way.
Great. Yes, that's right. Yeah. No respect. No respect at all.
All right.
That's certainly not uplifting. But at least we get a small improvement to our guts.
All right.
Bye.
Thankfully, they don't show us what happened, but it was probably a humiliating and debilitating experience.
Ah, you're back.
Hey,
Yeah, about the bag. We won't actually be able to do that until way later. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that before, but you never know. Now, excuse me. Usually I would talk about the historical backgrounds of any new personas that we've acquired. However, we have not acquired any new personas. Instead, I'd like to briefly talk about the confidants. Not necessarily about the people or the powers that you gain from them, but how they're represented. You see, they're represented by tarot cards. 22 in total, called the Major Arcana. There's also the 52 Minor Arcana, but that's beyond the scope of what I want to talk about with these. All 22 of these represent something that's called the Fool's Journey. Basically, every step, or every card in the line, represents either a person or a concept that the Fool encounters on their journey. And said journey could be, could be through life, it could be learning a new job, it could be a multitude of things. But of course, we always have to start somewhere, and that's with the Fool themselves. Usually given the number 0, 22, or sometimes just completely unnumbered, the Fool is empty. But they hold infinite potential. After all, the number 0, well, it's also empty, but it also holds infinite potential. It can do wondrous things. It's a little hard to see in the card, since unfortunately I don't think I can zoom in on it, which is a shame. The card art is really nice, but the Fool carries a bundle with all of their worldly possessions, and a small dog follows them. What you may not be able to see is that the Fool is walking towards a cliff, oblivious to it. The Fool is just so darn optimistic. However, if the Fool does not learn to understand the world around them, they could very easily just go walking over the cliff. There's a lot more to the 22 Major Arcana than what I'm talking about here, but I don't have 2 hours to dissertate on this kind of thing, although I have actually done that before. So I'm just going to stick to the basics. Number 1, the Magician. The Magician is usually the first major person that the Fool encounters on their journey. They're usually an artisan or a craftsman. They're responsible, they usually create things like tools and the like. So it's appropriate that the Magician is Morgana. After all, he knows how to create infiltration tools. The Magician is usually a positive force for the Fool. They help the Fool, though they might have their own specific goals and ulterior motives. They might not always have the Fool's best interest in mind. They may even misdirect him at some points, but they are never malevolent towards the Fool. They never mean any harm towards the Fool. That's the important distinction to know about the Magician. Number 5, the Hierophant, sometimes referred to as the Pope. The Hierophant teaches the Fool about the importance of law and order, the idea that society is governed by laws, that laws are necessary for a society to exist, and they teach the Fool how to follow those rules. However, they also teach the Fool one other important concept, that laws are fallible. They are not perfect. They are created by humans, which means that sometimes There are laws that are unjust. And the Hierophant teaches the fool that against those types of laws, they need to question them. They need to question authority from time to time. Not in a anarchistic way, but, question. Why are these laws here? Why are they hurting people? And that they can be changed, and so that proper laws can be established. That's an important distinction of the Hierophant. It can also be pronounced either Hierophant or Hierophant. This game pronounces it as Hierophant. Number 6, the Lovers. The Lovers represents the idea of passion. It doesn't necessarily represent romantic love or interest, though it can. The idea is just to teach the fool to be passionate about something, to not just kind of, to not just be mildly involved in something, to really want to search for something. However, this passion can sometimes be misguided or have no direction. So basically, you're passionate, but you don't have anything to direct that passion into. And that can be dangerous at times. And that's another important thing that the Lovers teaches the fool. You should be passionate about something, but not everything. You just simply can't sustain that. It needs to be concentrated and focused to truly be effective. Number 7, the Chariot. The Chariot represents something similar to the Lovers. It represents a drive, not necessarily to start something, but to maintain something, to continuously improve, to push on beyond your limits. However, the Chariot, in its depiction, also has a broken wheel. That can also inform the fool that you can't just charge ahead recklessly. There's thinking, there's planning that has to be involved too. You can't just keep pushing on forever. Otherwise, you're just going to break yourself. Number 13, Death. Death represents an important change in the fool's journey. It doesn't always represent the concept of physical death, though it certainly can. The idea is that death represents a life-altering change. It could be, say, your parents divorcing, moving to a new school, or it could be something positive like getting married or starting a family. This represents that a moment that the fool is no longer able to go back to what they were beforehand. They have become irrevocably changed. And that could be good or it could be bad. But what really matters is how the fool deals with it, how they take that and turn it into something positive or something negative. Number 18, the Moon. Now, number 18 and number 19, the Moon and the Sun, are interconnected with each other. The Moon they both represent the same basic idea of moving towards a more positive future. How they get there is different. The Moon starts with something positive, but it becomes distorted or warped. And then it turns into something positive again, usually through hard work. It's just something that doesn't happen on its own. But this teaches the fool the idea that good intentions do not good results make. They have to be kept good. You have to work towards them. Just because that you hope really hard or, you wanted to do something, it's not going to make something good happen. Actions speak louder than words. Number 19, the Sun. Again, just like the Moon, the Sun is kind of the same idea, moving towards something positive. However, it represents the opposite. Basically, the Sun is somewhere that's already negative and is struggling to turn into something positive. The idea with the Sun is that it teaches the fool that hard times are going to happen, and it's going to take a lot of hard work to get through them. But there is something good at the end. There's a reason to keep fighting, to change yourself, to become better. There is a brighter tomorrow. The truest axiom of the Chariot: check yourself before you wreck yourself. Yep, you just simplified what I took 2 minutes to say. You're much better at this than I am. But yeah, there's a lot more than just what I talked about here. It would take several hours, and I could talk about it, and I'm sure some of you would be interested, but I'm sure most of you came here to watch me kill stuff, so I better get right back on that, shouldn't I? And with today, we need to make coffee. First, we need to get the customers out. Huh, something about a detective prince. Okay.
Hey!
Hold on, I have a Hierophant persona on me, yes? Yes, okay.
Hey!
Yep.
Oh.
Well, don't worry. In future occurrences, there won't be such an info dump. Just because I won't have like 4 or 5 to go through at one time.
Yes! Alright.
Nope, classically trained and snarky response. Well, you're very good at it, that's for sure. But yeah, no, I wrote a paper in high school about this kind of stuff, and I even gave a 15-minute presentation in a group in my in a college course. Got 100% on both assignments, by the way, so I'm not sure if it's just related to the fact that it was actually interesting or the fact that I did a good job, or both.
Let me explain.
Colombian Narino. The high-altitude, rainy climate and soil of the Colombian mountains creates a strong foundation for their high-quality coffee. Narino coffee has a creamy, viscous body that coats the mouth with fruity and nutty flavors. Ugh. Thanks.
Well then.
Yes, we do. We do have a big day tomorrow. Oh, my leg fell asleep. I hate when that happens. Thursday, May 19th.
It's you.
Oh, hi, Yusuke. Why?
What do you mean?
Yes. Well, hopefully we'll be able to circumvent him. Getting him involved will only make things much more difficult. Alright. Yeah, we're going in today.
Everyone's here.
Let's hold a meeting first.
Okay.
Okay, time for the meeting.
No, we need to keep fighting.
Okay, that's enough for now.
Alright, looks like everyone's on the same page. Let's do
All right,
this.
I'm gonna bust loose.
Madarame's Palace. That big, gaudy museum. Ugh.
Now then.
Oh, there's a velvet room here.
Do you need something?
Might as well get our persona squared away before we get inside. Fortunately, we haven't opened another safe room yet, so we'll have to go through what we went through last time. Somewhat. Ooh! New goodies? Test of strength. What's this assignment?
Now.
Oh, I see. Bring a specific persona. Jack Frost with
Listen up,
Mabufu.
inmate.
Alright.
Farewell.
Ooh, handsomely rewarded. I like rewards.
Hey.
Oh, yeah. The Jack Frost with Mabufu is probably the easiest to create.
It seems you brought the specified persona.
Mostly because Jack Frost learns Mabufu naturally at level 12. And plus, you'll already have enough confidant strength to get it at least one level, so this one's basically a gimme.
Huh. Fine, I'll take it. By the way, your personas are super weak. Not that I'm surprised, inmate.
Hey, just give me time. Like 70 hours later, you're gonna be eating those words.
So I guess you deserve at least some praise for finishing your penal labor. You might actually complete your rehabilitation. In order to promote that process, we would like to offer you the use of a new facility. Huh. It's rare to see you smile, Justine. You are the smiling one, Caroline. Did something happen to make you so joyful? Me? Hey! Are you laughing at us?
Wow, all of these answers are bad. You have a cute smile.
Know your place, inmate! As wardens, we simply feel satisfaction in seeing your rehabilitation progress. That is the extent of it.
Sure, whatever you say.
I find it upsetting that you would see such a matter as a source of amusement. It's like you forget where you are, inmate. You've got some real guts, though. With that spirit, you should have no trouble making progress. Very well, then. If you have the will to continue your penal labor, we can grant you greater freedom within this prison. It is a deal between us, the wardens, and you, the inmate.
Oh good, I was hoping to fit a pool table in here.
Not like you have the right to turn it down, though. Hard work is what you're meant to do, inmate.
I've made a deal with Caroline and Justine.
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast acquired a new vow. It shall become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of captivity. With the birth of the Strength persona, I have obtained the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
Number 11. Strength. The Twin Wardens. We've learned Group Guillotine allows you to fuse 3 personas to create powerful new ones.
All right.
Excellent.
Now, it's time for your next task.
It's not like I like you or anything, Inmate Baka. Yeah, someone was gonna make that joke. I'm just glad it wasn't me.
Farewell.
A Shisa with Frey.
Hey,
Unfortunately, we need to be level 15 before we can fuse Shisa. No, actually, I think it's a little higher than that. But the important thing is that we are not high enough leveled yet. First, number 11, Strength. Strength represents physical and emotional strength. The ability to withstand trials, basically. It's this idea that when a challenge is put forth, you have the capability to not just approach it, but overcome it. It might take hard work, a lot of hard work, and it's not like it'll be easy. There'll be some suffering involved. But it's a proof of your strength, your ability to withstand these trials. Because being able to stand up for yourself, to stand in the face of adversity, and overcome them, that's what true strength is. Let's see, the next skill we learn is Lockdown, which I'll talk more about once we actually have the capability to do it. Fortunately, we'll have to wait.
it is time, inmate.
I don't think there was anything we wanted to do regarding Persona Fusion, so we'll just get out of here for now.
I should write something.
First, we're gonna save, just so that we don't have to go through that dialogue again, in case something bad happens. And it will. This is an ATLUS game. They're just biding their time.